Alright. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Rockerzzoom. Today we're talking about the Smackdown live review from Tuesday night. Sorry it had to be pushed back a day, but I had some family things. I had to go to my uncle's birthday party yesterday, but I'm here today talking about the Smackdown live review. Now, by far, first of all, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to link you my friend, my good old pal, JD from New York, 206. His channel's down below. Check him out because he and I have very similar thoughts. And if you like my thoughts on the matter of these shows, then you're going to love his. Okay? Alright. So we're just going to get right into the entire show from beginning to end. Alright, so Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan announced huge match while addressing the Smackdown Live locker room. Anyways, they had this cool little going. I feel like the main flaw with this was they've been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing down our throats that that SmackDown Live isn't going to be about the management. And the management had this whole little behind the scenes shot and then going out into the arena, and then Daniel Bryan's music played, and then we got the intro. The intro, by the way, absolutely sick. I love the intro. The set, on the other hand, very little change. Stage is gone. The announcer's still at ringside. They have these blue streams of like electronic screens down the side of the Titantron, but other than that, that's about it. It's about it. Very minuscule changes were given to the show. Now, the design of the show, unlike on Raw, the design of the show is new, fresh, and I like it. The set, however, not a huge fan of it. Sets or any of the minuscule, tiny little changes, because if you took the stage away from SmackDown Live, you make it feel like a pay-per-view, and only pay-per-views should have no stage. That's just my opinion, because that's the way that it is now. No stage for pay-per-views, whatever. So maybe now it's going to be staged on pay-per-views again. I don't know. Whatever's the deal with that. Moving on there, they announced that there would be a six-pack challenge for the #1 contender spot for Dean Ambrose's WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Okay? So, by the way, it took like 2 or 3 commercials to get to that, but, I believe it did. Probably did, because you saw like very little wrestling on this entire show. Anyways, right after that commercial break, came back and they announced the big battle royal between all the rest of the locker room besides AJ Styles, John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin, to decide who would be the 6th man in the six-pack challenge, which was a big old time waster because we all knew it was going to be Apollo Crews, and Apollo Crews won it. And it was also a big old, oh, they did kind of lose in the draft. The SmackDown Live man, holy hell, did they lose in talent. There is very little men, and there is the thing about this show that I'm literally just now realizing is they literally did this exact thing for the women as well. Because right after Apollo Crews is proven the 6th man in the six-pack challenge for the #1 contender spot, there was another rerun of Becky Lynch versus Natalya where Becky Lynch gets her win over for 50-50 booking, whatever. Then after the match, it's a pretty mediocre match. I would take their Battleground match over that. But after their mediocre match, comes out all of the women from the back. Every single one of them. For literally no reason. There's no reason behind bringing out all of those talented women to make them look idolized. Just to introduce them. What? You have 2 hours of programming, and you're telling me that Becky Lynch and Natalya, a rerun of a match that you just had 2 nights ago, is your only women's match on your entire card? You're kidding. I'm heated about this. I'm heated about this. This is. You have new talents, new women talent on SmackDown Live. Bring me Alexa Bliss. Let me see her wrestle. Bring me Carmella. Let me see her wrestle on SmackDown Live. This is the new era, right? Let me see the new talent fight. Not a rerun from 2 nights ago. God. And then Miz TV, you know, I thought this was supposed to be new stuff, you know. This was on Raw 3 weeks ago. Give me a break, man. Miz TV, and he was interviewing himself for the first bit of it, wasting away our lives. And then Randy Orton came out and interrupted him. And, yeah, that happened, and it led to a squash match between Randy Orton and The Miz, and squashing, where is it? Squashing this title belt. It's just broken. It's gone. The prominence and prestige that I had at the beginning of the year is gone. And yes, I have all the toy belts, because I don't have enough money to get all of the replicas. Whatever. These are just $20 anyway. But Randy Orton squashes The Miz in about 2 or 3 minutes, I think. Nothing. Why is this Orton's first match in the ring? First match back. Why can't you just give me Orton, to give it even more of a big fight feel? Give me Randy Orton's first match back at SummerSlam. Because now they're saying 1 RKO to Brock Lesnar, and you're going down to Viperville and you're done. That's so Viperville. That's so stupid. It sounds idiotic. I swear SmackDown Live got the old Raw's creative, because this week's Raw was fantastic. And you're telling me that this is the best thing for a shorter program with the talent you have, albeit you still have lesser talent than Raw has. But you're telling me with the talent you have, you put on 1 women's match, a battle royal to showcase absolutely nothing but an old guy, Kane, powering through until the end, and then Apollo Crews baits him in to win the whole thing. A waste of a battle royal just to give us Apollo Crews. Why couldn't you just name the guys like they did on Raw? Just name them. God. And then you're gonna squash the Intercontinental Championship? Really? Oh my god. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I don't remember when specifically, but we're gonna get onto this topic now. I don't remember when the advertisement came on, or the commercial came on, but there was a commercial for Shelton Benjamin coming back next week. Or no, he said coming. It says coming back to SmackDown Live. Okay, cool. Can't wait for that. But it's new talent. You're focusing on the old stuff. And here's another one. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. This is the headline that's given on the SmackDown Live results from WWE, of all people. Rhino made an earth-shattering return on SmackDown Live by goring Heath Slater, a guy that wasn't signed to a show, a guy that was just being told by Shane McMahon to send in a new resume. God, Heath Slater's promo was one of the best promos of the night, because there were barely any other promos. Heath Slater's looking like he could gather up some prominence and prestige by just naming off his talents. If I were Heath Slater, I'm honest. If I were Heath Slater, get out of the WWE, go to Lucha Underground, go to Ring of Honor, go anywhere, go to New Japan, go anywhere but the WWE, because they're wasting your time. They didn't draft you. They're making you look weak, making you look useless. So just quit. Quit the WWE. Go somewhere else. Take your talents elsewhere. You know who that worked for? John Morrison, Ezekiel Jackson, Mr. Kennedy. Would you like Drew McIntyre or now Drew Galloway? You know, all these guys left the WWE or were let go. Justin Gabriel, that's another one. They were let go from the WWE or let go or quit. Sorry, let go or quit from the WWE. Went to another brand or promotion and made them important. Justin Gabriel is now one of my favorite. I'll say this though, Johnny Mundo, John Morrison is now one of my favorite performers in professional wrestling today. I love seeing him in the ring in Lucha Underground. He's fantastic. And just to see Heath Slater be dealt like that, leave. They're putting Rhino over their own talent. This is the idea that SmackDown. This is what SmackDown's giving us, because Raw gave us squash matches to make Nia Jax and Braun Strowman look prominent, look strong, look like absolute beasts, which they do now. If you want to make Randy Orton look strong and like a beast, don't feed the Intercontinental Champion to him. Feed a local talent to him. Feed a jobber, a nameless jobber that we don't even know. Feed that to him. Don't feed a WWE superstar on him. Don't give Rhino a superstar to feed on. Don't do that. It's a waste of talent. It's a waste of their time. It's a waste of their money. And that's literally all the other wrestling besides the main event, which is the six-pack challenge. Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, John Cena, AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, and Apollo Crews in the six-pack challenge for the number one contendership of the WWE Championship. I know I probably said WWE World Heavyweight Championship, but it's the WWE Championship now. My apologies. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, the final match of the night, the main event, the six-pack challenge to determine the number one contender. As I said, the contender, the fighters, the wrestlers are Ziggler, Corbin, Cena, Styles, Wyatt, and Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews being named the sixth member earlier on in the night, as I said. This one was a bit controversial for everyone else. The way I saw it, I personally believe that it was a tough decision of who I wanted to win. Because obviously it wasn't going to be Cena or Styles. Obviously. Because they're gonna have their rubber match at SummerSlam. Finish off their rivalry. Why pause the match? Why pause the rivalry to go for the title? It's not going to happen. So that gave it to Ziggler, Corbin, Wyatt, and Crews. Corbin and Crews, not ready for a title shot yet. Nowhere near, because they just debuted this, 4 months ago, 3 months ago? Yeah, not happening. Not happening. WWE doesn't think like that anymore. So that brought it down to Bray Wyatt and Dolph Ziggler. Both really hard workers. Both really good in the ring. Both have their other pros and cons. You know, Wyatt, great on the mic. Ziggler, okay on the mic. You know, as it would go, I would be happy with either Wyatt or Ziggler winning, and Ziggler won it the way he wanted, though, with just a super kick to AJ Styles and going over him. You know, and the IWC's, this is where I disagree with the IWC at some points, because I know that there's a lot of people clamoring about how Styles is getting buried because he was super kicked and covered for the 3 count just by a super kick by Dolph Ziggler. Styles has now made a mainstay as in his name in the WWE, because he has been world renowned as one of the biggest superstars in pro wrestling, period, and now he's in the WWE. He's had a successful rivalry with John Cena so far. The only match he lost wasn't even one-on-one. It was in a 6-man tag. So, in my eyes, there's no burying AJ Styles unless he gets pinned clean for 3 months straight, 4 months straight. One little match to determine the number one contender for the world title. and he gets pinned for it. Not gonna get buried for, especially by Dolph Ziggler, of all people. Now, why do I believe Dolph Ziggler is a good choice? I believe he's a good choice because he has literally worked his ass off, job to many people, and he has, and this is a good point from the IWC, he has been jobbing for a good 2-3 years now with nothing going on, and I personally believe that there are some people that go straight from jobbers to champion overnight. I've seen it happen over the past couple years, and it's insane. But it happens. We have some of the best champions in the world go from jobbers to champion overnight. And that's my personal belief, and I can't wait to see over the next few weeks of Ziggler and Ambrose, and hopefully they can put on some good promos. So, with that being said, Dolph Ziggler defeats the rest and to become the number one contender for the WWE World Championship. I believe that's a strong pick. Strong pick. Does this mean that Bray Wyatt's out of the picture? By far now. The way I see it, Dolph Ziggler's not going to drop out. This isn't going to be his only world title shot. I believe it's going to go SummerSlam 1. Whatever SmackDown's pay-per-view is in September, and whatever they have in October could be Bray Wyatt's. And maybe they can build up a good free TV SmackDown world title match between Dean and Ziggler, just to give it that 1, 2, 3 even trilogy between the two. And I believe it's nice to give Bray Wyatt a good old October matchup, because he's scary and stuff. So that was my own. I believe. Yeah, that's literally my only positive of the entire night. And another negative here is there are only 1, 2, 3, 4 legit matches. 4 legitimate matches on the first SmackDown Live after the draft. 4. One of them is a women's match. One of them was a battle royal. And one of them was a 6-pack challenge. There are only 2 legitimate one-on-one matches tonight. One of them we saw 2 nights ago. Can you tell me why that isn't stupid? Why that doesn't make sense? Come on, man. You want to catch my eye and make me want to watch SmackDown every week? For the views, for the ratings, for the social media ratings, whatever you want to call it, to beat Raw overall. Give me damn good matches. They're keeping American Alpha until next week. Why? They didn't show Alexa Bliss or Carmella or... Come on. And Eva Marie came out tonight, and with her jacket holding it out like this, it looked like she was trying to flash everyone. She literally walked around like this, showcasing her boobs. Come on, WWE. You're making it obvious why we hate her. At that point right there, is when I believe SmackDown Live doesn't have women's wrestling. SmackDown Live has divas wrestling. That's how they're booking the women's wrestling now. And it's making me so irritated, so mad to the bone about this. Damn, one of my favorite matches of last year was one of the best damn women's matches I've seen in my lifetime. Sasha Banks, Bayley, not Back to Brooklyn, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Right there. Compare what we got tonight to that. Hell, compare what we got tonight to Sasha Banks and Charlotte on Raw. Come on, man. Kidding me? Up your game, Smackdown. Fix this. Improve. This is one of the worst shows of the year. One of the worst shows of the year. People are giving this show a 6.5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10, a 7 out of 10. In my book, this is like a 2 or 3 out of 10. This is terrible. This is god awful. God awful wrestling right here. What? I already showed you why. There were only 4 legit matches on the card last night. You could have had, there were no tag teams there. 0 tag teams. 0 tag team matches. Come on, man. Here's how I would fix the whole thing. Okay, in the opening segment, do whatever you want about behind the scenes, do that whole thing again, whatever the matter. You know, whatever. Announce all 6 of the men in the beginning. You know, you can keep doing the pre-taped promos like you did over the course of the show. Do them more often rather than commercials, so that you get all 6 of them in. I'd like to have all 6 of them. And instead of the Battle Royal, you open the night off with American Alpha versus the Vaudevillains. Pretty solid tag team matches that I would love to see again. On NXT, now show the rest of the world this, because not everyone watches NXT. So show all of the casuals what American Alpha has to offer, and give some more prominence and prestige. I keep saying those 2 words. I don't know why, but those are the 2 words that come to my mind. Give some more strength to the build of the Vaudevillains, because they've been looking weak as hell. By the way, it always seems whenever there's a Battle Royal, including the Vaudevillains, there has to be one of the Vaudevillains out first. Last time it was Aiden English for the IC title, number 1 contendership. This time, it was Simon Gotch. Come on, man. And right after that, give me Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. Give me that women's match. I would love to watch that women's match. Get rid of Miz TV. And hell, if you want Orton on the card, give him a faceless jobber squash. There you go. That's 3 matches tonight. 3. There you go. One of them shouldn't even be 5 minutes long, by the way. Randy Orton, no. Shouldn't even be 5 minutes long. Make him look strong. That's all you gotta do. Right after that, how about this? Open up the show. Announce that Miz has to also defend his Intercontinental Championship tonight. That'd be nice to see. Give him Zack Ryder. Let them put on a good match for the IC title. Get us another singles match on there. And then if you really want Heath Slater on the show, have him come and interfere in the match. You know, then the IC title stays on Miz. You know, if WWE wants to be happy, don't have a title change on SmackDown Live. I don't know. There has been a title change on SmackDown for who knows how long. And let Slater run his mouth. Let Slater do a shoot promo, because I know he has it in him. Look at what we saw last night. That was barely anything, and it was still good. Don't let Rhino come out. Don't let Rhino come out. Rhino does not come out. Instead, that Shelton Benjamin commercial. Hell with it. Have Daniel Bryan announce it. Not in a commercial, on the show. Because the commercial saved time and stuff. But, you know, there's a lot of people on DVR that just fast forwarded through it. I nearly did. So announce it on the show. And have Daniel Bryan announce all of the old talent that's coming back to SmackDown, rather than having Rhino come back and shattering Heath Slater's hopes. By that time, we should have a little more time for one more matchup. Have it be Actually, let me look. We got American Alpha, Villains, Bliss, Wash Match. And then get one more women's match on there right before the main event. That would be Carmella and Natalia. You know what? Split up Becky Lynch and Natalia. Their rivalry is over. End it. You're good. Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss before, right after the opening match, and then Carmella and Natalia right before the main event. Let Carmella shine. You know. Natalia knows how to put talent over, so let it be Carmella. Let Carmella put over. Let Carmella be put over, and then go into the main event. And I wouldn't change anything with the main event. There you go. That's 6 matchups, 6 strong matchups, good wrestling on there. Nowhere near as much commercials, because it felt like in a 2-hour program we had a 1-hour program and 1 hour of wrestling and 1 hour of commercials. So give us way less commercials and the show that I just gave you, and you got a better Smackdown Live right there. Okay? Alright, that's your Smackdown Live review. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please do like, down below, share your support, comment down below. How would you fix Smackdown Live? I'd love to hear your opinion. And subscribe for more great content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Do me a favor, have yourselves a damn good day, and peace.